Wakati ADRA ilikuja, ilitufunza ukulima in a modern way, si kutegemea tu ile mvua ya Mungu. Maji ni uhai, wametusaidia, tumepata maji na sisi tumejiendeleza. Hata you can see for yourselves, chakula iko kwa wingi, the families are now happy.
The story of Mwingi Central in Kitui, Kenya has for many decades been that of drought and food insecurity. This region has been hard hit by the regular occurrence of drought due to erratic rainfall. Access to water for domestic and agricultural use has been a major challenge to the residents here. These prolonged droughts have had a ripple effect on food production and contributed heavily to the poverty levels in the area.
In 2015-2016, the drought had hit Mwingi Central in a very bad way that the community's cry was heard all over. The environment had been destroyed and the water tables had gone down. The grazing land had gotten worn out, and the communities had nothing to turn to. This was further indicated by the poverty levels, where Mwingi Central had a poverty level of 68.1% as compared to the national level of 45.9%.
At this time of the year, most rivers in this part of Kenya have dried up and residents are experiencing a long dry season. For many, food aid is their only hope. This year, however, Daniel Mutua will not be among those depending on food aid. His farm is lush, green, with a variety of food crops.
Vile unaona hii nyanya nimepanda pande hii, nategea soko ya mwezi wa 11 hapo. Alafu pande nyingine niko na spinach. Huwa tunauza nao bana, unaingiza pesa kwa table bangi tuko nayo.
Daniel's farm lies by the side of this dry river, from where he gets water for irrigation. You might wonder how he does this, yet the river is dry. Well, beneath the seemingly dry, sandy riverbed lies the answer: water. A valuable commodity that's making all the difference to the residents here. Daniel is among the over 3,000 farmers in Mwingi Central that have benefited from the smart water capture technology. This project was introduced here by ADRA Kenya, a non-governmental organization that is changing the lives of the people so profoundly, enabling them to help themselves and create a positive change around them.
We have a number of water-saving technologies that we are promoting and that the farmers are supposed to replicate at the household level. The major drip irrigation you can see at the background, it is for those that have resources and capacity to do a large-scale production through the drip, which is majorly a water-saving technology. This is the bucket irrigation. It has 3 drip lines with a 20-liter bucket of water can be able to sustain about 100 stems in a day.
For the last 3 years, ADRA has constructed 6 sand dams along different rivers in Mwingi Central to help farmers like Daniel access water even during dry seasons.
A sand dam is a concrete wall built across a sandy riverbed where the water is collected during the rainy season and used during the onset of the dry season. So basically the principle behind it is once the sand is accumulated behind the sand dam, water is underneath, and during the sunny seasons, water is not able to evaporate.
In many of these sites that we've constructed the sand dams, farmers access water barely 1 month after the cessation of rains. But upon construction of these sand dams, farmers are now able to access water throughout the year.
Before the ADRA came, this area used to be very dry. Hakuna kitu ilikuwa inaendelea hapa. Ilikuwa tu gullies. hakukuwa hata shamba hata moja hapa, lakini wakati hii sand ilitengenezwa tulianza kulima. Watu wamelima wengi kwa sababu maji imerudi nyuma, maji imepatikana na imerudi nyuma kama 10 kilometers. Kuna wakulima wengi sana alongside the river wenye wanalima. Kumekuwa na chakula imepatikana kwa sababu wengine wanapanda mahindi, sweet potatoes, bananas, mangoes, miwa. Chakula iko kwa wingi.
Kipindi cha ukame yalikuwa maji hayapatikani katika hiyo mito, lakini sasa tangu watuanzishie miradi ya sand dams tuna hakikisho la maji mwaka mzima, jambo ambalo ni la kuridhisha tukizingatia kwamba maji ni uhai.
In each of the 6 sites next to the sand dams, ADRA has also established demonstration or model farms where farmers are trained on modern farming techniques.
This is basically a learning center where farmers learn together, and these approaches are later implemented at group level and also at household level.
Tulisomeshwa na hii shirika la ADRA likatuletea walimu wa agriculture akina Josephine Meli, wakatufunza kupanda mboga, na ADRA ikatusaidia na mbegu ya sukuma, spinach, kitunguu, watermelon. Sasa ADRA ilipokuja imetutoa mbali na ikatufungua macho.
More than 150 have been trained on food production through water-fed agriculture and are currently disseminating land technologies to other farmers. 3,000 smallholder farmers have already established vegetable gardens and fruit tree orchards and are now reporting increased agricultural production, which has consequently resulted in an increase in household income.
Kuna vijana wengi ambao walikuwa wanatafuta vibarua kama Garissa, Nairobi. Now they have come kwa sababu kazi imepatikana, wamejiajiri wao wenyewe. Hata kumekuwa na amani kwa Mboma kwa sababu kulikuwa wengine, kuna uhaba wa chakula, ni chaos all the time at home. But now vile ADRA ilikuja na kuna food security at home, the families are now happy.
Kina mama wengine walikuwa wanaishi Garissa, walikuwa wameacha watoto wao, sasa wamerudi huku. Wale watoto nilikuwa nimeashiwa, leo ni rape, kesho ni wizi. Sasa hiyo maneno imerudi chini. Kwa hivyo mimi kama kiongozi wa area hii, huu mradi umesaidia the community.
Na tunapatanga pesa mingi juu tumepata mafunzo kamili. Kama sokoni tunauzanga tunapata zaidi ya tuseme kama 1,100 kulingana na bidii yako. Hata watu wengine wanakujanga hapa, wengine wanatokanga, wana resign kazi wanakuja kulima hii mboga juu kuna maji ya kutosha. Lakini mbeleni hakukuwa na maji, tulikuwa tunahangaika sana na kutokana na ukosefu wa maji.
To ensure even greater future yields, residents have been trained and encouraged to apply reforestation and soil enrichment techniques that seek to rehabilitate the degraded lands.
One of the key components of the REAP project was environmental conservation through FMNR and EP. FMNR stands for Farmer Managed Natural Regeneration, accompanied with enrichment planting. Most of the land in Mwingi Central and larger part of Kitui County has lost its viability due to increased degradation. Now, once the soil erosion has been controlled and the movement has been minimized and the area has been enclosed, this will enable the grass to grow.
More than 300 acres of degraded land has been rehabilitated and protected.
Before the launch of the project, the forest cover was an average of 5.5%. Currently, after a period of 3 years, the forest cover is 6.5 to around 7.
Several fruit tree nurseries have been established and produced more than 20,000 assorted seedlings in the last 12 months.
Kwa hivi sasa niko na miembe kwa nasari ambayo ni kiwango cha 3,200. Na hiyo miti pia inanipa fedha, maana nikiuza hiyo miche kwa siku naweza pata kitu 4,000.
The project has formed village marketing models where farmers come together and are trained on marketing strategies of their farm produce to avoid exploitation from middlemen.
We have worked with 300 farmers who have taken lead in marketing all agricultural produce by our beneficiaries. They are grouped into clusters. They normally take lead in marketing of onions, watermelon, spinach and kales, and even goats in the local markets. So we have a big presence in Mwingi market and also Kamuongo market. Our beneficiaries have taken lead so far in the sale and marketing of over 10 tons of watermelon, over 12 tons of onions, and that income goes back to their pockets. So this component has been very essential in ensuring that households are able to earn income from the sale of agricultural produce.
This is Ikusia Women's Group. They dance in celebration of the achievements made through the village savings and loaning associations.
Normally we refer it to a stable banking. You have 20 women come together, they give monthly savings or even weekly savings, and they borrow at a small interest rate from that group. Then they're able to go and start small businesses, they're able to pay school fees for their children. That has been our greatest strength in this project.
The project was looking at it holistically in the sense that the farmers can do farming, farmers can use their own talents and produce craft, farmers can do savings through their VSLA, and in that way they are able to build and sustain their livelihoods.
Sasa huku wamama wengi wamekuwa na vikundi vya table banking. Kupitia hiyo kila mboma ni kama iko na pesa. Sasa wazee wenye walikuwa hapo mbeleni wanatoroka manyumbani sababu ya ufukara. Sasa wako nyumbani.
Proceeds from these interventions have enabled beneficiaries to diversify their income.
Tukifanya table banking hata hatuna shida ya nyumbani, tunanunua sukari, tunanunua mafuta na chakula. Sasa bwana akiingia kwa mboma anafurahi kwa sababu ambiwi lete chakula, lete nini, na hiyo ni ADRA imetufungua macho tukaona mbali.
The Village Saving and Loaning Association component is very important. It has integrated all other components because at the end of the day, you need your beneficiaries, you need our farmers to earn income. And when they earn that income, we need to know that that money, that family has some cushion, some form of cushion through their savings.
The areas that have been targeted, especially bearing in mind the 6 sites, is just a drop in an ocean. That's why we feel that there is still need for the assistance to be extended so that it can be able to reach out to about half the population that we have in our sub-county.
When you teach someone how to do something that gives them money, even when you leave, that person will continue working to get that money. So that is what we have worked in this project. Our beneficiaries are empowered enough to continue with all the interventions that we have implemented with them.
Our prayer as ADRA Kenya is that those technologies will continue being replicated in Mwingi Central, in the other sub-counties neighboring Mwingi, in Kitui in general, and other dry areas.
Zile pesa tulikuwa tunanunua mboga zimeanza kutumika kwa school fees, kwa kung'ara, mavazi. Ukiwaangalia karibu kila member anang'ara. Before ADRA came, it was horrible, but now we are okay.